For standard 9th, subject history, we are starting chapter number 5, education, on page number 23. The midday meal scheme was started in 1995 to provide proper nourishment for students. Free food was made available to the students who were coming to such schools. This was called the midday meal scheme because it was given in the afternoon. It was started in 1995 and this acted in two ways. One, the dropout percentage came down, students started continuing to come to schools, and also proper nourishment was given. In 1991, Kerala became a fully literate state. It was 100% literacy in Kerala. Every person in Kerala above the age of education, above education age, knew how to read and write as well as speak their local language. On the next page, they are giving us a blue box and information about Tarabai Modak, who began work in the field of education in Bordi and Kosbad. She started Anganwadis for Adivasi children. Anganwadis means the play school, the play group. She worked hard to bring in the learning by doing method. If we want to teach a child how to do it, the best way is to make the child do it himself or herself. This was the method used by her, and to start Quran Shalas, that is meadow schools, and to spread vocational technical education. She started giving technical education as well. Anutai Wagh, another lady, established an institution at Kosbad for the progress of Adivasis in Thane district. This is known as the Kosbad project. She started creches, nurseries, primary schools, adult education classes, that is classes for the parents of the children, for the adults, Bal Sevika training schools, so that the ladies can be trained to handle the classes themselves, etc. for the education of Adivasis. You need to remember the names of both these ladies. It may be asked in the exams as MCQ for 1 mark. After primary education, we go on to secondary education. Anyone having any questions, doubts or issues till now? Anyone having any problems in understanding what is going on? Great. Okay, no. After independence, Education Minister Maulana Abul Kalam Azad decided to bring about fundamental changes in the field of education. How? The University Education Commission was set up for this purpose. What was the work of this commission? This commission recommended the appointment of a separate commission for secondary education. So this commission was made for the primary one, another commission was made for the secondary one, and accordingly in 1952 to 1953 the Mudaliar Commission was appointed. This commission was made for the secondary education. At that time, the pattern of education consisted of 11 plus 4 years, that is 11 years school and 4 years college for the first degree, or of 11 plus 1 plus 3 years. The work of the commission. Now, how did this commission make the changes? The Mudaliar Commission studied secondary education, the nature of the curriculum, that is the syllabus, the medium of instruction, how the education is being given to the students, teaching methodology, and made certain recommendations. They informed the government that there are certain changes that we want to be made in the secondary education. What were the changes that they proposed? They proposed the concept of higher secondary education, that is after 10th. However, it was found difficult to implement it all over the country. The government found it difficult to implement this change in the education throughout the country in all the states. The Maharashtra State Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education was established on the 1st of January 1966 at Pune. This board conducts the school leaving examinations of standard 10th and 12th. We call it the board exams. The board also publishes a periodical called Shikshan Sankraman. Periodical means a journal. The Kothari Commission, after the Mudaliar Commission, in 1964, a commission was appointed under the chairmanship of Dr. D.S. Kothari. Dr. J.P. Nayak made valuable contributions to the work of this commission. The commission also recommended the 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern for secondary, higher secondary and university education. So 10 standard, till 10th standard the child will be in secondary school, 11th and 12th will be higher secondary education, and 3 years for university education, the degree. This system was implemented from 1972, which is still going on till today. The commission also suggested a uniform national system of education, the inclusion of the mother tongue, Hindi and English in education, as well as continuing education, adult education, education by correspondence and open universities, so that the education trickles down to the lowest rungs of society. This particular statement is very important for us. The changes that were proposed by this commission, they wanted a uniform national system of education to be implemented all throughout the country. They also wanted that till now we are giving education in English medium or the local languages, but the mother tongue should also be included as a part of the language. Hindi and English also should be a part of the curriculum. There should be continuing examination. Even after degree, the person should be allowed or should have the provision of continuing his education. Adult education also should be implemented all throughout the country. If someone is unable to attend the school or college, education by correspondence, that is by letters and by books sent by post, that should also be allowed. And open universities should be there so that each and every person, whichever society he belongs to, whichever strata of the society he belongs to, can get an opportunity to be a part of the education system. It also recommended increased provision in the government's budget, increase in the money that the government spends as expenditure on education of neglected sections, the underprivileged society people and the scheduled castes and tribes. Those who do not get an opportunity, those who do not have the money to gain education, government should pay for them and education should be provided to them. Maharashtra government adopted the 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern in 1972 and conducted the first standard 10th board exam in 1975. This you need to remember. It may be asked to you as an MCQ for 1 mark. Now, objectives of education according to Kothari Commission. What Kothari Commission thought, what should be the objectives of education? It should be modernization of education should constantly happen. It should lead to social and national integration. It should bring the people together. Securing and strengthening of democracy. It should help India as a democratic nation. Education and productivity. People should not only get education but also should be able to implement that knowledge in their life in producing items or grains or other things for the country. And it should nurture social, morals and spiritual values. It should bring everyone together in unity as Indians. This brings us to the end of this paragraph. Is anyone having any questions, doubts or issues? No? Okay, now we will be continuing this chapter in the next class, which is on Wednesday. Timing will be informed to you again. Right now it has been told to you at 3:30. Until we meet that next time, take care everyone. Revise this chapter what I have done today till this point. Take care. Bye bye.